What up, Lanky? How we doing? What up, Dragon? How we doing? All right. I think I bookmarked something on Russ yesterday that I wanted to read on stream before we got started. Oh yeah, I wanted to try this. We're gonna set this up for next week, and we're gonna try streaming on different platforms. I should open that, and I'm gonna move that over here so I keep it open. I'm gonna run ads quick, y'all, while I get set up here, just so people don't get pre-rolls. We'll be back in a minute 30. Morning, Purplish. Okay. Let's connect to our Rust project. And great. So yesterday we got to a point where we could get our locked jobs and return that's right, we cloned these. There's probably a better way to do this. I think we could probably wrap this in an RC. is my guess. I want to finish reading this on the right here real quick, though. Okay, cannot await anything while a mutex is locked. I want to come back to that.
Functions describe the world.
Oh, God. How do I stop this?
Functions describe the world.
This is annoying.
Functions describe the world.
God, I hate this.
Functions describe the world.
There.
Functions describe
Got it.
the world.
Get fucked. Fucking botter. That's so
Functions
annoying.
describe the world. Functions describe the world. Functions describe the world.
Sorry, chat. Let me fix some of this stuff here. I had to turn on shield mode because we were getting botted. I don't know. Whatever. Curly. All right, let's try turning it off and see. All right. It's really annoying when it happens. It's happened like 2 or 3 times to me since I started streaming in the past year. This has been the first time I was able to like effectively catch it and stop it. Okay. I want to make sure that I have the right. If someone wants to take the time to figure out my password for Nix, they can go for it based on sound. I only use that password for my PC sudo that I don't have anything important on. So have fun with it. All right. I appreciate you reaching out though. If I were doing work stuff on stream, I probably would. Okay, so that was annoying that we got botted, but we're okay. We're back. Where are we right now? I think we're at a place where if I do cargo, we should be able to cannot borrow as mutable. What line was that on? Let jobs. That must be in our main. So let's jump over to our main. Whoops. We'll go up. I want to figure out how to design this better. Cannot borrow queues mutable. But that needs to be mutt. All right, so we have no available jobs in our database. Let's go check that, make sure that's true. Yeah, so these, if we set these to null and we save that and we come back over here and we run again, we should see that we get 2. Yeah, and now these should be locked also. Yep, perfect. Okay, so we are able to get jobs and lock them. Let's just minimize this for now. So the next thing we want to do is effectively like spin off tasks to process queues. I think we're going to get into the world. It must be wise Nick's doing this. Honestly, that should be my password. I also want to think about how we could design this a little bit better. I'm so like not used to dealing with designing programs that have mutable state that I don't know. I'm not like super stoked with. Let's talk about the things I'm not stoked with right now. So I'm not sure I love this design here, where we have just like this database. Because this is like kind of just like a wrapper around the pool that isn't like buying us a ton right now. Like this is the reason I originally wrote this was so that we could pass queries in. So if we look at this right-hand side, we can define queries out here. And this is in the queue, which is kind of useful. But I bet on Don't Forget or something like that. Dude, Don't Forget is like my burner password for like quick sign up accounts that I never ever use again. I feel like everyone uses Don't Forget. Like if I have to check out on a random ass website once. It's not quite Don't Forget, but it's a variation. Good SecOps, right? Don't 5 yet? Yeah, dude, don't 5 yet. Big brain move. That's a 5-head move there. Can I do that? Ha. Ha. You can invoke. I love that. Gleam does that too, where you can invoke variant constructors as functions. It's so good. How would, like, is there... How do we want to do this? Thank you for the follow, Ono. Because the other thing we could do is we could just put the queries on the database. So the reason I'm thinking about this is because someone pointed out, where did that web browser go? Do I have Twitter open in one of these tabs? Yeah, here we go. So if we go and look at, let's see here. What was his name? Yeah, Lev. Lev said, what's the point of the database struct? Also, have you tried macro versions like blah, blah, blah? We did try that, and that broke because of that. I really hope he responds to me here. I might DM him later. Does anyone here know Rust? Like, does anyone have suggestions on how to change these abstractions or build this better? Because honestly, this could be... Rather than a struct, this can just be like delete around that. Change around that with this. And then we get rid of this, right? Something like that. You could do something like that, right? Will this automatically deref itself? No, I have to do something like that, right? Yeah. We could do that. What up, Mr. Live Code? How we doing? Probably needs, this is all fine. I'm watching you to get ideas on my toy project. I'm glad I can be an inspiration for us all here. All right, so let's go check out the Tokyo docs. The first thing I want to get set up is basically I want to set this thing up to poll. The other thing we could check is if Supabase, if it supports PubSub, because then we wouldn't even need to set up cron and we could get push stuff. Channel. I don't think this is it. Products, database. because so Postgres has built-in PubSub, and you can actually use Postgres as a nice little PubSub server. It's actually really nice. Postgres pubs. I've done this a couple times throughout my career. It's actually really nice for simple little PubSub stuff. If you're already using Postgres, did I turn this off? Is this just that bad? So you can set up right here. Basically, this is super similar to what we have, right? We have this CI jobs thing, and then you can insert into the jobs. When the worker claims a job, you set it, you lock it, right? For update skip locked. I don't know what skip locked is. This PG notify right here. So you can have a Postgres client connect to like a channel, right? And you can set up a trigger. So when inserts or updates happen to a table, clients connected to the channel get notified. So you get this really nice like PubSub like effect. It's super dope. What up, Russ Floppy? Like you can see this in Go here, right? So this is from some Postgres client. You listen on the channel, and then you range over the notify, and you get the job, and then you do whatever you need. I'm just wondering if Supabase supports PG notify, because that would be really cool to build instead of polling. PG cron. It's really nice for projects like ours where it's like pretty, I mean, it's going to be incredibly low scale. We're already using Postgres for everything else. And like you just don't have to bring in something like RabbitMQ or SQS or something. You can just keep using Postgres. But I don't see geospatial auditing, index advisor. Row level security, database triggers. We could set up webhooks, but I think I would rather just pull than use webhooks. Let's search the docs and see if they have PG notify in here anywhere. Doesn't look like it. Listen to post. I don't want to. I don't think Supabase has a Rust package. Right? Yeah, there's no Rust in here. I mean, we can check crates.io, right? Supabase Rust has 4,000 downloads. Yeah. I mean, it's somewhat active, but not super. Has support for the storage. Eh. All right, let's keep reading these docs here and see if we can find anything. I don't think we're gonna find anything. If anyone knows off the top of their head if I can use PG Notify, that'd be cool. But I don't think it's gonna be here. I think you have to use their... Yeah, still... Okay, so there is a channel. So maybe we can get it. Schema DB changes. Where did they put that? Is that just the channel itself? Listen to changes on all tables in the public schema by setting the schema property to public and the event name to star. The event name can be one of insert, blah, blah, blah. The channel name can be any string except for real time. Insert, listening to specific. We might be able to do this. Join a room can be anything except for real time. That's weird that the client defines the channel. Like, I want to know what this is doing under the covers. Oh, here we go. Real time is written in Elixir. Let's go. Elixir mentioned. Where's Ryan? Ryan Winchester's about to show up. That's fucking cool. I did not know Supabase was using Elixir. Real-time is a globally distributed Elixir cluster. Clients can connect to any node in the cluster via WebSockets and send messages. Presence is an in-memory backed by CRDT. Okay. Streaming the write-ahead log. That's how it works. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get... I mean, we might be able to connect. We could probably like... No, that's just like too much work. I was going to say we could pull apart the JavaScript client and just do it in Rust, but... What is Elixir? I'm not sure if you're trolling or not. Bro, just use Elixir please, and you have to deal with 3/4 different programming languages. Listen, I could see myself adopting Elixir for a lot of things if set theoretic types land and the type system is actually sound, unlike TypeScript. If set theoretic types land in the way which the PhDs working on the project think they could, I could see myself using Elixir for most things that don't require a binary. And it all depends on like how Gleam matures, because I would rather use Gleam, but Gleam is also very young compared to Elixir, and Elixir has some things like macros and just a little bit more maturity in the ecosystem. I just really care about having a sound type system. Yeah. Or if Gleam had a native compilation story, I would use Gleam for like literally everything. Serious question. Elixir is a language that compiles to the Erlang virtual machine and is very good at doing highly concurrent stuff because that's what Erlang's good at. I don't know why Dark Reader's just like, is this just using my system preferences and it doesn't look great? But Elixir can scale like millions of processes and green threads on a single box. It's really cool. But it's at the moment, a dynamic programming language. So it doesn't have like a real types. I mean, it has a type system, but they're working on adding a type system to it, which I'm sure if you come over here, yeah, set theoretic types. There's a really good article on what set theoretic types are. So they're adding types to Elixir like they added types to JavaScript with TypeScript. And they're taking this new kind of novel approach called strong arrows. So TypeScript is gradually typed. And to my knowledge, there is not a gradually typed type system in existence that is sound. What does it mean for a type system to be sound? A sound type system guarantees that if your code compiles, that you won't get runtime type errors. TypeScript, not sound. You can end up with runtime type errors even if the type checker says everything's good. And that's because of things like any, just some weird things with variants, using non-null assertions, shit like that. But yeah, there's some really interesting ideas in this. And if it lands like the researchers who are working on this think it does, I could buy into Elixir pretty heavily. Because I think Elixir just has it right when it comes to productivity. All right. I'm going to do a quick search here, PG notify, and we're going to look at Supabase. I don't think that this is going to work, unfortunately. Oh, maybe it does work. Just before I've been using different port neighbor. Okay, maybe we can use PG notify. Okay, let's actually try setting this up. No example of TCN. What is TCN? A trigger function to notify the listeners. Where was that article I had? It's not what we want. That's not what we want. Actually, this might be useful though. Okay, this isn't what we want either. Probably don't want to trigger either. Okay, let me go find that article again, and we're gonna try to do this all in DataGrip and see if we can do this, because this would be really cool to do. Postgres pub/sub. Cheers. I've got a heating pad on my lower back right now. I feel like my posture's pretty good. I freaking pulled my lower back this weekend when I was working on my car. Embarrassing. All right. Update by setting the job status atomically. I don't know how this works entirely, so let's ask Chat. Explain this SQL for Postgres. Damn it. Yeah, I get what all that does. For update lock skip, this clause is used to lock the selected row for updates, preventing other transactions from selecting it until the transaction is complete. Skip locked ensures that the query skips any rows that are currently locked. Okay, so we're going to want to do that. Great. Finally, we can use a trigger to notify the workers that there might be. So let's go try to set this up. So if we have this, let's open up Data Grip and let's come over here, go into our console. Let me make this font bigger. What is that? Control Command dot. Control Command dot. Doesn't feel like it's working. Or I guess Shift. Okay, maybe not. Let's make, oh, damn it. I had, give me that. Am I blind? Is there font in here? Editor, general. I just want the font size, please. Font size. We'll set this to 22. Enable ligatures, of course. We want Mona Lisa. Why didn't that update my font size? Maybe we have to restart. This is gonna be so cool if we can get this working. I'm gonna be so stoked. All right, come on. Update my font size. View, appearance. Edit, file. Reset font size. Annoying. Like, did we not just set this? Everyone watched that happen, right? Normally, JetBrains is super good about this stuff. So that's Control Shift dot. Control Shift dot. There we go. There we go. Arc casually crashing. Is client accept to show and share source? Is it acceptable to share source code with public? Yes. Yep. That's part of my agreement on this contract. Is that I can work on stream on it. All right, so let's go in and it is a great client. Let's delete these. We're gonna set these to null. Let's commit that. Let's come back in here and we can minimize this. We can drop that. So we have this primarily. Let's, I guess we can comment that. // or what is the comment? It's a dash dash. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll come down. Okay, so we have this create or replace function, and we'll say job queue job queue notify, and we'll say return trigger as $, whoops. Begin, end. This will be language PLPG SQL. Can I format this? There we go. What is this upset about? Oh, there's a column called trigger. Create or replace function job queue return trigger as Postgres trigger. Actually, this, I know Postgres tutorial is really good. Returns, oh, did I miss an S? Create function trigger function, returns trigger. All right, let me say language. They do this here. PLPGSQL, which means we can come down here, delete this to there. And I'm trying to use the same formatting here. Expected string, returns trigger. Okay, we don't have this as. And they do the as keyword here. There we go. Hey, this looks better. All right, let's go back to our blog post. And last time I used this pattern when I was working at Formidable for a tiny back office app. It's been like 4 years since I've tried this. Where's this? CI job status. Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
Sorry, I didn't realize that you were dealing with a thing.
Oh yeah, I got botted earlier.
What does that even mean?
Somebody just like pointed a tool at my stream and they have like a bunch of fake Twitch accounts and they all started following.
Ugh.
It's really annoying.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's tools to fix it though. I caught it.
Yay! Your son's gonna come in and say hi.
Okay, so they have this concept of a job running. We basically want to notify on insert. Return I don't know how that new ID works. Dang, that was a close one.
Tell him good morning. Tell him good morning.
It holds the new row being inserted. Okay, So that would be the ID of the job. Good morning, Bodhi. Good morning. Yes, hello, big man. Did he eat already?
No, he's being crazy.
Oh, you ready for breakfast? Is it time, Bodhi? Oh, it is time. Oh, you're hungry.
Let's go. His hops are so cute.
All right, so we can say perform PG notify. We might have to add that as an extension. We'll just say job Quayu channel. And then this will take oh God, what just happened? Channel new dot ID text that return new and all right, so I think we have to install PG notify. Choose schema. Can I just pick Postgres? So I'm connected. Ejected. Unknown database function PG notify. And you fall. Oof. And you fall. How do we install PG? Enable PG notify. Some Alien Ant Farm. I haven't listened to Alien Ant Farm in forever. Well, it feels like it worked, right? So, like it sees it. So we should, if we look over here now, we should have like a function triggers. Where is our job queue notify? Object types. Maybe I just have to refresh. routines, job queue notify. Okay, so we have that. Okay. That worked. We might be able to make this happen, chat. This is going to be so cool if we don't have to set up polling. All right, let's go back to our article, and we're going to look at this bit. And let's paste that in. And this is going to create trigger. We'll call this new job queue queue job. Sure. After insert or update of job queue, insert of consider update. Oh, that's a column, isn't it? How do I say, I need to look up trigger syntax. After insert trigger on job queue. The way you pronounce Q reminds me of the chef who can't pronounce oignon. No, I say Q normally. Isn't Q like Q's how British people say, right? Like, we gotta go Q. Don't cut the Q. That's what you guys say instead of line. I just think it's funny to say queue. But I do like oignon. So we can copy this, paste that there, and we can create that trigger. Command enter, create trigger. All right, we have our trigger. Hey, wrong. Okay, so we have our trigger now. We have a routine. We should see a trigger down here. Maybe. I would have assumed we'd see it under here. Can I do a create or replace trigger? Yeah, I can. All right, so there's a trigger somewhere. I just don't know where I can see it at over here. Object types, database objects, access methods, cast extensions, language triggers. I would assume it would have been under here, but I just don't see it. Job queue be like, I'm triggered. All right, where's that article? Right there. For each row, execute. Okay. All right, so how do I listen from the CLI? Listen to channel PG notify. No, I just want to use I want to use SQL to listen. Notify, there's a listen command. All right, let's see if we can just open this up in a separate tab. Let's open another console. New query console, and let's just say listen, and what was the job queue channel? Let's copy that, come over here, that'll be that. Can we run this? Nothing to run. Run it. We're using Postgres. Okay. Got job queue. We're just gonna say Postgres because I always use Postgres. How do we use listen? Oh, is it not string? All right, so we're listening there. I don't know if that does anything. So let's just insert a new row, I guess. We can come here and just like plus it. And this will be, let's say it's gonna be send varchar. We'll say whatever. I don't know if that worked. I have no idea how to tell. What we're looking at right now is Datagrip's database. Winnie, come on. Don't lick the bowl. Come out to the... Ma'am, I don't know why you have to lick all the other dog's bowls. You get acid reflux, and then you panic, and it's a whole thing. Thank you, Arshad. My girlfriend is not a software engineer, but she works at a tech company in finance. I don't know how to test this.
Also not girlfriend anymore.
Oh yeah, fiance, excuse me, chat.
Get it right. I heard
Andrew's
that.
got it.
What?
He called me out before you did.
Thank you. Someone has to keep him in line.
Asynchronous notification received from... Like, it seems like I should be able to do something like, if we come here, I run this, listen job channel, and then it looks like I could do notify job queue channel. I don't know how to test this. It's obviously doing something. Notify foo bar. So we should also be able to I wish to announce that me and Justine are no longer boyfriend and girlfriend. We are now due to be married. I think the number one requirement if you guys come to the UK and we meet up, that you split the G on a pint of Guinness. I don't know what that phrase means, Ethan. What does it mean to split the G? So it goes channel, which is job queu channel. We'll just say foo. I don't understand how this works. Oh no. God, help me. I can't help it. I don't know what. Oh, God. Is my American showing? The phrase split the G on a pint of Guinness refers to drinking a pint of Guinness in such a way that the foam line reaches the middle of the capital G in the word Guinness on the glass. This is considered a sign of a perfect pour. Noted. Is Silicon Valley HBO your favorite TV series? No, but I think it's pretty accurate about what San Francisco is like. Perform PG notify. I need to. How can I test PG notify from a query console in DataGrip? I have the following set up. It feels like it doesn't feel like my listen is doing anything though. Yo, Don Broco slaps. I saw Don Broco live 4 years ago ish. I love Don Broco. Their one album is just like banger after banger. Job queue notify. Perform PG notify that with that. Data grip PG listen. After insert on job queue, for each row, execute procedure job queue notify, perform PG notify on the job queue channel with the new ID. This should work. I wonder if it is working and then like DataGrip just doesn't have good support for Would have thought the thing from me and Beth would have arrived by now. Send it on the 30th. Do you have like a shipping notification? Because if you don't, it could be in our mailbox, which is down the road that we don't check every day. It seems like, I wonder if I can connect. I don't have Postgres installed locally. All right, so let's see if we're even getting this. We can test this in Rust because I know SQLX has good support for this. So let's go to here, and then there is a listener. So how do we set this guy up? We get a PG listener. So let's go back to Rust and see if we can make this work. Let's just close this side, and we don't need you. We do need you. Let's take that and just delete that, and then we'll say let listener equals we have a PG listener, so PG listener, and then we say new. Does it have a new function on it? How can I see the functions on this thing? Trait implementations. We have a connect. So if we say connect and we pass it the URL, shouldn't I have to give it? Okay, this will be our URL, right? Yeah, this will be URL. This probably needs to be a slice. And we'll come here, and then we'll come down here, turn that. So we have our listener now. Is that a future? It is. So let's say await, and then we will get that. Great, we have a listener now, and what can we do with this listener? We should be able to listen. Starts listening for notifications on a channel. Okay. This will be job Quayu channel. I can't stop saying Quayu like that. Cannot borrow. Okay, this needs to be mutable. Does this not get like a callback? Does this get something like a handler? It's a future. We get a unit back. How do I... Oh, there's a receive. Okay, so we can loop. So let's go to here, and then we can just loop forever. And we'll say let notification equals listener dot receive dot await, and unwrap that, and then let's just print received notification, and this will be our little debug guy, and this will be notification. So this should run forever, right? Can we do, can we run this? This is gonna be so cool if this works, chat. It's gonna be so fucking cool if this works. Okay, looks like it's running. We've got our infinite loop. We didn't crash. Now we should be able to go to our job Quayu table. And let's insert another row. Let's copy this. Come in here, paste that, and let's say this is going to be 6.9 and insert.
Does this look? Woo!
Let's fucking go. That's so sick. That's so sick. You look cute.
I was just gonna ask if this looked cute.
Yep.
Okay. Can I ask a weird question?
What? I can't hear you. Okay, so this is super cool, right? We get that. PG notification, process ID, channel payload. So the payload is going to be the ID. So I think we should be able to like delete all of these, right? Great. So we didn't get that. We should probably be able to go here. Why doesn't this let me open a value editor? Where is my job type? Copy. If we go back to our job queue, we insert another row. Let's just make sure it can do multiple. Paste that. Boom. Yeah, sure. 1. Go. It didn't pick that up. Oh, because I inserted into permission and I'm an idiot. Skill issued myself. Get out of this. I don't want that. I guess we need the ID. 1 and insert. Boom. PG notification. Let's go. I missed a bunch again. How did you end up with listen session if I assume you will just do usual update skip locked? We set up a like listener thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'll pull up the SQL. So we set up, where is it at? Right here. We created a function called job queue notify, which is a trigger that performs a PG notify on a job queue channel, and it passes in the new row's ID and returns new. And then we have a trigger that runs anytime there's a row inserted into job queue that calls this function, and then any subscriber listening to this can pluck it off. So this is really awesome. So let's build some abstractions around this, right? So, man, I'm pumped that this works. I'm very excited about this.
Take 2.
Mostly better, yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to do that at all in the office today, but like...
Yeah, you'll be good. Probably the dogs, Kraut. Are there dogs running around upstairs?
Not right now.
Were they? Like a minute or two ago?
I was up in the laundry room.
Oh, it might have been Justine in the laundry room. I don't know.
What did it sound like?
They asked who was rustling around upstairs.
Oh, I think dogs were wrestling outside. I don't know. I was too focused on finding what I needed to
All right,
find.
so we're going to walk this back, and now we have a connection pool, and we're also going to have, I don't really want to make this public. So let's get rid of that. And we want a listener, and this will be a PG listener. PG listener. And when we get our listener, we will also set this up. Let listener equals, I mean, we can copy the code over here, right? Can I mark this as mutable? Is that not where it goes? Does it go here? I guess I can just take a mutable reference to it when I need it. And this will have our listener. This will take options.url. Expected. Can I connect lazy? Do we have a connect lazy? No. Let's put URL on here, and this will be a string slice. Where is my ampersand? And this is gonna have to take a lifetime A, and this will be a stir. And in here we get that. And we'll say, this is an option, I guess. In fact, we can just do enum listener. That would just be replicating our option type. That would be stupid. And we'll say pool URL, and then listener will be none. Grab rave. URL is going to be a reference to options.url. That looks good. Right, we need a lifetime A. That goes into UA. That looks good. You know me too well, Kraut. How come you have mailboxes all the way down the road? Thought most Americans have it in front of their house by the curb.
Most do.
Yeah, most American houses do. We just live in a, I don't know, how would you describe it?
So it's like a new development. The houses are very close together, and because there's so many homes in our neighborhood, it makes it a lot easier for the postal service. So the townhomes, single family homes, everything like that. Don't show people.
I'm not. I'm just sending this to Ethan on Discord.
I thought this was all of chat. I was like, Dylan.
No.
There's like, I don't know, 1,400 plus families that live in our neighborhood, and so I think there's clusters of mailboxes.
Oh damn,
throughout.
our house isn't even there.
Yeah, it is in some, but not all. But yeah, just to make it easier for our postal service, they're clustered together. They're like right down the street though. They're called pocket parks. So in between the townhomes, it's just like a big field. And in those fields, usually in like.
This is an older picture, Ethan. I'm gonna send you a picture of where we live on Discord quick.
But yeah.
Or a Google Maps thing.
Crab rave.
Dude, I love Crab Rave.
Oh my gosh, wait, can I request a new Billy song? I'm gonna make everyone listen to it.
Okay, so what Ethan and Beth sent us is at the mailbox.
Oh, it is? I'll get it on my way home today. I was gonna check it yesterday, but got distracted.
Okay, Ethan, I just sent you our house when it was under construction. And then I'm gonna zoom out and I will show you where our mailboxes are. I'll circle my house. I'm gonna take a screenshot from an aerial view. And
there's the mailboxes.
Yeah, I know. So our house is right there. And then the mailboxes are over here. I copy that image, and I'll paste it right there. Boom. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, let me get chat back up.
Made a song request.
You made a song request.
You did.
Guess featuring Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Nice.
Goes hard.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to work though.
Okay, goodbye. I love you.
Goodbye. I love you.
All right, so how does connect lazy work? I wish I could set my listener. I want to make sure I can't set my listener to connect lazily, right? We already checked this.
Oh, and I'm taking your car.
Okay, bye. Yeah, we can't connect lazy. That's okay. So here we need like a start, right? So let's say, in fact, we could even do like a, let's have a async function start. So let's say pub function run, and this is going to return just, I guess, a unit. Result of a unit. Whoops, that's not a unit. And in here, we will say, what do we want to do? It's going to take self. It's going to take a reference to self. So let's say self. And then in here we can say self dot pool dot, can we connect in here? What are our options? Try begin. Attempts to retrieve a connection, begin a new transaction. I don't think I actually need to do anything here. I think the pool's fine. I think we just create our new listener here. So in here we have our, let's return okay, and that will be a unit. It's going to be a pub async function. Why is this okay? Is Rust as difficult as they say to learn? It hasn't been too bad so far. There's some things that I'm definitely not used to, but like it's not bad. Guess we really don't need connection options, huh? That's like a redundant struct. We don't need that. Winnie. And then we can just take in here, that'll be the URL. Yeah, and then we can do that and just pass a reference. Sorry, chat.
Sorry.
That was Justine's fault. Winnie, enough. Come here. Right here. Come. Relax. Relax. You can grumble all you want, just don't bark. I know. All right. So, why is this upset now? Okay, we get a database. We return the URL. Listener is none. Mismatch type. Anyhow error and error have similar names, but actually distinct types. Okay, that seems fine. Because I got an okay from that. Here we go. That was annoying. Okay, so now we can uncomment that and we get our URL. This will be self.url. Yep. It's weird that they both work. It's already a string slice. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, so we got that. We have our listener, we have that. We listen on there. We're gonna have to register our handlers in here. This is where we're gonna loop, right? So let's just grab our loop and we'll go that, and that's our loop in there. And now in our main function, we can come over here and we can delete that and can get rid of all this. We'll come in here, let's rotate the window, and we'll come over here and we'll say, let's create a new database. Actually, that's not quite what we want. Let's go to Quayu quick, into our queue. We have to give this a lifetime now, right? Because our database needs a lifetime. So this will be, let's just say that's A. This needs our lifetime A. That gets passed down into our string. Yep, and that this is how I do this. There we go. All right, we got our lifetimes in there. Great. We have our DB, and then we want a also pub function, pub async function. This will be a run, and this is going to also return a result of a unit. And we're gonna come in here and we'll say, we'll just return self. We need to take a reference to self. So we'll say self, and we can say self.db.run. Found future. I guess I'll wait. All right, so now we can go to main and we can get, let's make our new database. So we'll say const, not const, Jesus, TypeScript brain, db equals database, and then it'll be, that's not the right database. It'll be db database, and this will be new, and new takes a URL, which will pass in URL. We can just take a reference here, I guess. We do that. Can I force that as a reference? As ref. Borrow Temporary value dropped while borrowed creates a Winnie, no. Okay, asref doesn't do what I thought it would. No, that does what I think it should, right? I don't understand how that's getting dropped. Whatever. And then we get our job queue. And this will be Quayu, and this will be new. And the job queue, yeah, that should actually be right. That takes ownership over that. And then we can call Quayu.run.await. Oh, can that? There we go. All right. So theoretically, this should be working. Generally with Rust, if it compiles, it works. So let's go ahead and insert a new job. And we should see, let's see here, job queue. Let's just do a process metric upload. Copy that, go there. We'll do 69420 tab, paste that, and insert. And we should see, boom, boom. Okay, sick. This is super cool. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I'm pretty pleased with myself right now that we got this pub sub working with Postgres. Let's do a little tweet here because I think this is pretty freaking cool. Let's close this tab. It's such a powerful little pattern. Let's collapse this. We don't need to see this. That's not important. That's not important. That's not important. Let's actually just delete this stuff for the picture. And we'll do this. In fact, we got rid of this up here, didn't we? We got rid of the connection URLs. We'll toggle diagnostics. Yeah, exactly, Tyler. I'll show you in just a second, Dragon. Can I ignore? Can I just ignore this? I don't know why it's so upset about that. Let's delete that. Sweet. And then we're gonna go ahead and do this like that. And we'll grab something like this. And we'll go tweet. We got a simple pub sub server and worker running with Postgres notify and Rust. The little emoji, little crab, little rocket ship. Make the algorithm happy. Working with only Postgres notify and Rust. Boom. We are using PG notify. Sweet. Oh, you found it? Yeah, I actually should go update my dot files because my dot files here should not be here anymore. Let's edit this README. And we'll say my dot files have moved. Where's my exclamation point? Right there. Find them here. And then we'll link GitHub, Kickstart Nix. I should rename this repo, whatever. Whoa, the fuck was that? Commit changes, preview. It changes. Cool. Perfect. I've been meaning to do that for a while and I've been putting it off. If the connection is lost, none is returned, and then the connection is on the next call to try receive. Oh, that's interesting. Any received while the connection was lost will not be preferred. As notifications are transient, any received while the connection was lost will not be. If you prefer the connection to be explicit and have a chance to do something before. So we're gonna need a janitor job at some point. We'll need like a janitor job to basically like take the role of like a dead letter queue retrier. So what we'll do is we'll have another cron that basically, not a cron, we'll have a job that, I don't know, every 5 minutes runs and checks to see if any jobs are stale. And a stale job, we could have two types of stale jobs, right? We could have a job that that we missed a notification for, right? Which would mean that we have like, I don't know, we would have an entry in the job queue table that's not locked and has like a created at timestamp like greater than like 5 seconds old, right? That would indicate that or like let's just say a minute old. That would indicate that we missed a notification for a new job, and so we could rebroadcast those, and then also we want to check for stale jobs, which would be like our worker picks up a job, starts processing it, but maybe our server dies and that row is still locked. So since that row is locked, it will never unlock. And the plan is when we finish processing a job, we delete the row from the database. So we'll be able to effectively, the FaceTime things are showing. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care, Carl. I just shipped it. It's good enough. What made you want to use Notify? I didn't want to run a cron. Why run a cron when I can just have a listener, right? What up, Dev Dad? The FaceTime things are showing. I don't understand what the FaceTime. What does that mean? These things. Oh yeah, because it's just like built. I don't think you can even turn it off, right? I think you can do like something like this, right? Yeah. What up, AFAX? Why is AFAX not a mod? AFAX should be a mod. AFAX is an OG. Millions. Yeah, how much, honestly, how much do you think in engineering cost went into that feature? Let's go, Jacob. We got some true OGs in here. All right, so we got that. So the next thing we want to do is we need to figure out how to do, well, yeah, maybe the next thing we do is we install Resend. I know Resend has a Rust client. So the first job we're going to handle is sending sign-up emails. So if we come in here, where could that we pay? Docs. Where's my Rust client? Rust quick start. Okay. What is RT multi-thread? All right. I don't know what, oh, that's a feature. All right, let's kill the server, and then we get cargo add resend -rs. What is the RT multi-thread feature? I wonder if I already have that turned on. Oh, it looks like I'm doing the same thing. AFAX, fool. All right, so we got resend. And let's go make a little package for this guy. Packages, job processor, document source. Okay, so we have one. And in here we'll say, I don't even think we need, maybe we don't even need this email thing. That seems like a good enough extract. Multi-threaded scheduler. Oh, is this going to be like spreading green threads across actual threads? Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what it does. Cool. I think it's interesting that Rust enables you to write your own executor runtimes. Hey, Fax, do you have a good resource on the send trait? I don't understand send and pin completely. I know it has to do with like sending data across threads, but I don't understand it enough that I could explain it. Okay, so let's say we in here we have our, oh, I have a typo in here. This one. I want to rename this because process has one C in it. And in fact, I have that problem in my database. So let's go up and write a migration quick with Drizzle. Source, lib, server, Supabase. No, not Supabase. Drizzle, schema. Where is my enum? Right here. Dumbass. Let's go clean up our database so we don't have any jobs in place. Select everything, delete everything. Gone. Great. Come in here. Come down here. Let's go up to front. And then do we have npm run drizzle migrate generate? Green. So we should have a new is it Control R? There it is. Yep. Alter type, add value, process metrics. Can I do alter type, job type? Can I say remove value, process, I wonder if that's valid. Let's see, remove Postgres enum value. No. Okay, that's actually the better way to write this. All right, I'm skipping this. So we altered job type, and we're going to say alter type, rename to job type old. And then we'll say where do we think we then I guess we do create type doc should I send cool, throw that over here, and then we say type job type as enum, and this will be process metrics upload, and we have another one which will be send verification email. Yeah. All right, let's try running that. npm run generate, and this will be migrate. Fatal. Tenant or user not found. That must mean that my creds aren't up to date, which wouldn't really make sense. Because we get database URL, which is the same thing that our Rust database gets, right? I guess that's in main. Database URL. All right, whatever. We're just gonna run this. CORM. Let me add a link for that. CORM. I kind of like SQLX. I actually prefer raw SQL, but I'll take a look at this. All right, let me try to go run this manually in here. I kind of want to keep these somewhere. I'm going to go put these in source control in, let's just put this in, let's just write some SQL here. And then we'll say job queue notify.sql. Paste that in there. So we have that. We don't lose it. And then in here, we want to take what our, where was that? This guy. Yoink that. Come in here. Paste that. And then I should be able to do this. Did that process metrics upload? Let's see. We should be able to drop the old one, right? Let's refresh this. I'm guessing we probably have to update the old table. Dude, I laughed so hard at that tweet, Sentient. I actually like verbally laughed out loud. It was so funny. Where is it? I know I retweeted it last night. Did I not retweet it? Because it was from what's his name? I swear I retweeted that. Oh, right here it is. Screaming, learning that the my in MySQL is someone's name. And then Felipe was like, you won't believe what Maria and MariaDB means. Have you met Cassandra? Oh my, so funny. I'm gonna actually post this in Vercel's meme channel. Grab that. It's so funny. It's so funny. That's such a good tweet. It's so good. It's so good. Felipe is hilarious. Who's Postgre? Postgre is the GOAT. Actually, when I worked at the DoD, I helped work on a project where we migrated uh, a giant ass database at the NSA off Oracle DB to Cassandra. Get this, chat. If you want to hear how much Oracle's a freaking scam and how much the DoD just throws money at things. So the DoD had this giant ass Oracle DB database that they were paying astronomical amounts to license, and it's a pretty chunky and pretty important database. I can't give specific size or what the database was for, but it was chunky, and they were paying millions of dollars to license it. And then part of the license agreement that the government had with Oracle was that only Oracle employees could service and manage the database. So not only did the government have to pay for the license, which is an astronomical cost to license Oracle DB, they also had to pay for 2 full-time Oracle contractors who had top secret security clearances and are cleared. And the rate, because all the rates for government employees are public, the rates for these 2 database engineers from Oracle were $850,000 a year for them to service this database. We wrote a proposal to use Cassandra because there was like a rebidding on the contract, and we ended up winning, and we migrated it to Cassandra, and the performance, like even just using, I can't say what the size was, but using a couple orders of magnitude smaller server instance with Cassandra running on nodes significantly smaller, we increased the performance by like 3000x, and we reduced the cost of running the database down to like $3,000 a year. Like, just totally insane. I wish I got $850,000 a year. It was. It was just to see, just like just to give that middle finger to Oracle. Like, we got a like 3000x performance increase and decreased the amount of resources needed to handle that data, and brought the cost down to like stupid low. Okay. So I think this is good now. Because this says job type. We ran both of these. Shouldn't this be... Okay, yeah. So we probably want to update our job queue table. I'm just going to manually do this. Oh, this is still pointing at job type? Let's go. Let me just refresh this to make sure. Yeah, so now we can come in here and we can delete this. We'll just drop that. Wait, what? Didn't we just refresh this and it said it was pointing at the right thing? It's looking at the right one. Yeah, this is JetBrains data grip. This looks like it's pointing at the right thing. So I should be able to delete this. Use drop, cascade. Okay, I think we're good there. That looks like it dropped correctly. And, oh, it freaking dropped the table. This is so annoying. This is why Drizzle pisses me off. Drizzle's migration stuff is not quite there yet. I mean, given this was like kind of a complex flow, can I change the order of the columns? I know there's a way to do this. Does anyone know how to do that? Can I just like, whatever, that's good enough for me. Max said, pretty neat tech stack. Thank you. Just found your stream. How's it going so far? Are you doing REST API and REST plus Svelte and URMs? How does the integration? Yeah, so I'll give you the full breakdown here. So actually, maybe the easiest way to do this is to just diagram it in Excalidraw. Project bucket list. Yeah, so let me scroll out here. What is my scroll out? Okay, so we have, let me just move over here. Let me get the architecture. So we have a front-end web app that this is Svelte. This is going to be a Svelte front-end app. And let's make that extra large. And we'll zoom in a little bit because this is a little bit aggressive. So we have a Svelte front-end app, and that hits a, can I do like a dash line? Yeah. Then we have a SvelteKit server. SvelteKit server, right? So that's going to communicate back and forth, right? I don't want that. Commands. I want an arrow, and we'll make this solid. So these talk back and forth between each other, right? We just go boom and boom. And then we also have this little job server, job processor, that is in Rust, right? This is our little Rust thing. And then we have a database. So let's make our little database over here. Whatever. And we'll just say this is Postgres. And let's put a little square around this. Whoa, that has a fill. So in Postgres, let me delete this thing. Let's actually delete this. Delete that. And then inside Postgres, I'll just put this like, I don't know where I'll put this. I don't know. Here. Make this a little bit bigger. This is Postgres. And then inside Postgres, we also have like, we'll just say this is PG notify, and this will be our job queue Queue channel, right? And then the SvelteKit server talks with Postgres. And then our PG notify sends requests, notifies our job processor, which is listening to the pub sub in Postgres. And then we also go back and forth doing normal database stuff here. So this is kind of like the whole architecture of the app, right? That's basically how everything works right here. Yeah, it's pretty, we got a nice little simple server for doing async work. We don't have to rely on things like SQS or RabbitMQ. We can just use default Postgres, and we have an easy way to process out-of-band work. So it's sort of like microservices in Rust plus Svelte server. Yeah, we do quite a bit of the business logic still in the SvelteKit server. Right now, this is just doing any out-of-band async work we need. So like this is going to handle like, we have a part of the app where a financial advisor will come in and they'll upload their metrics from like the past 3 months. So like how many life insurance policies were sold, how many new clients did they get, how much did they sell, things like that. And they'll upload that from the front end. That goes to SvelteKit. SvelteKit will publish it to our blob storage, which I should add that we have blob storage, which is also at Supabase. So this is blob storage. Boom. In fact, we'll have to move that to a spot where the job processor can talk to it. So they'll come, once they upload their stuff, that will post the job to Postgres. Postgres will notify our job processor that there's a new job. It will see that there is a new process metrics job. Job processor will go grab the new file from blob storage, process that, store it in the database, basically parse like the Excel file and dump it in database tables. The other one we're working on right now is wiring up verification emails. So when a user signs up, I can show you how this works here. You go into source, it is in routes, sign up on the server. So you'll see here, when we sign up, where's it at here? Right here. we insert into the job queue table that we have a send verification email. Every time we insert into that table, the triggers we set up here, right? We set up this little notify thing. This trigger runs right here. That calls this function. This function notifies all of our subscribers listening on the job queue channel with the new ID. Then in our Rust, we go look main Rust. We have a job queue spinning up, and when we say new, or when we call run, that starts the DB's run, which spins up our listener, and then we get that right there, and then we'll end up processing it. So that's kind of the full architecture. And I'm really only using Rust because I wanted an excuse to learn and play with Rust. There's not really a reason other than that. Like I could have been 10x more fast. Like I could have had this done in like an hour in TypeScript tops, rather than like 2 weeks of learning Rust. But the way I'm getting paid for this freelance work is that it's a revenue share agreement at the back end, and the deadlines for this aren't until later into the fall. So yeah, I'm mostly getting to use this contract as a way to learn and play with things and stream, and then hopefully make some money in the tail end. AFAX said we're doing something kind of similar now. Our front end is a static site deployed in Cloudflare, but we're making a TypeScript server with TRPC that handles light stuff, and our Rust backend handles heavy stuff. Yeah, I think that's actually a really good pattern, AFAX. I'm kind of digging it. It's a lot of fun. Didn't even use unsafe. I'm liking Rust a lot. I think I'm predisposed to be a little bit more comfortable with Rust than maybe some other people, because I wrote OCaml first, and a lot of features in Rust are inspired by OCaml. And I've also worked professionally in Go, so like managing references and copies, even though it's not quite the same, there are similarities. So like, I don't know. And then I also like have a high level understanding of linear types just from following people on Twitter. So like lifetimes so far haven't been that hard to wrap my head around. So it's been going pretty well. I'm liking it a lot. Okay. I'm still not super stoked with like this pattern down here, but we can fix that later. Just need a pipe operator in Rust. Yeah. I almost want, I want to come up with a way that we can return this listener out. But not quite a listener, right? Like I want to return something that like I can do like here, let's say I want to be able to loop, be like queue.run. Actually, not even in here, right? Well, let's go to the queue, I guess. In our job queue, I want in this run, I want to get like a let receiver is equal to that, and then I want to do like something like loop. How did I do that in the database? I want to do something like receiver. If we could do something like this in this message, the type would be like type enum, And the enum would be, I don't even know how I define this off the top of my head. How do I do enums? What are we listening to, guys? So I really want it to be a job, right? So we have this job. So we get this job out. So rather than, this will be a job, right? And then we like get our job and we match on it, right? It can be like match job. And this would be like process, metrics upload, whatever. And then we go like Tokyo spawn, right? And we handle that. Handle, right? This is all pseudocode, so bear with me. We do the same thing for send verification email. And then basically we just sit here and we loop on our queue just over and over and over and over. That's the plan. That's like the kind of thing I want to get working. All right, I'm switching this because we're getting ready to wrap up. I'm going to switch to just chatting because it's all the time we got left. I don't have enough time to be productive. So tomorrow I want to figure out a way to wrap. We're probably going to have to get into like Tokyo channels and stuff. Look at some of the abstractions in Tokyo to figure out how we can like kind of wrap the listener or the receiver from Postgres and pass that back out to our queue. But yeah, this is looking super cool. This was a lot of fun. Rust makes me sad, and thank you for the Prime subscription, Peter. RW locks. What's crazy is I don't think I'm gonna need any sort of locks. Because I don't even think I'll need this now because we're not polling. We just straight up get the message, and then like in our handler, we can have it. We might need a read-write lock actually on the DB. We should be able to share the pool, right? We can just wrap that in like an arc. Yeah, we can wrap the DB in an arc and send that to the other threads, and then the other threads can take the ID from the message, right? This will actually, we should make this like a tuple where it's like the job ID and the message type. And then we spawn a green thread. In the green thread, we query and lock the row, process it. I think that's a good idea. All right, let's find somebody to raid. Time to wrap up. We'll be back tomorrow, chat. Actually, hold on. I might not be back tomorrow. What time is this? I don't know what time my flight is tomorrow. Assuming my flight's in the morning, or not in the morning, I'll be streaming tomorrow morning. But tomorrow might be my last stream of the week because I'm going to New York to go ring shopping with my fiance. Hopefully we have a stream tomorrow, but maybe not. What up, Pick? Thanks, Afax. We got Adrian Learns. We got Christoph going Prime. Let's go. Prime's talking about Rust, so let's go raid Prime. All right, chat, have a lovely Tuesday. Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate all of you so much. And yeah,